Okay, my name is Beck Lane. This is Catalysting Company where we work to become the artists we've always wanted to be. We're catalysts in each other's lives as well as our own, and we work to becoming the artists we've always wanted to be, or worked to be. Okay, I'm so frustrated right now. I am so frustrated, and this is part of a job. But I've been trying to come up with this mural design, and I had two more images going. I had the two original images, and then I found out I had to alter. I had to take one of the figures out of the reference material or out of the image, out of the painting, and come up with something else. And I'm really stymied. And we've all been here. We know what it's like to be like, what? And just get totally stymied. And I don't get stymied very often, or easily. I mean, I get frustrated and I'll have trouble building the figure out, or sometimes getting it correct. And then all of a sudden it all comes together. Nothing is coming together on these. Nothing. And it's irritating me beyond just into sadness and a pit of, I can't do this. But I feel an obligation to do this because I agreed to submit work, and you guys have supported me. You've helped me buy the acrylics, which I don't use acrylics, and I've been trying to use acrylics. But you helped me get acrylics, you helped me get aerosols, you helped me get the canvases. You know, you've helped me. You've said, we believe in you here. And so I'm trying so hard. But this is the part a lot of artists online won't show you, where you just feel like you're banging your head against the wall. So this was 4th and number 5 images over there, and I'll show you that one in a second. I just gessoed over this canvas because the Krylon paint, I'll show you something. I use a lot of aerosols, as you know, in my paintings, and but they've become increasingly harder to get here in Sarasota, and just to the point of ridiculous. And the colors that I need are made by Montana. There are 2 Montana companies, Montana Gold and Montana Black. And one is in Germany and one is here in the United States. But they both have this color, and plutonium as well. I love plutonium, and I use 94 and blah, blah, blah. Can't get them. So I grabbed, this is the color I've been looking for. This is the color I need. And I was working on this image and was like, okay, it's still workable. We can still pull this along. But Krylon, and again, this is the color I need. This is the color I need. This is it. And there was one can of anything with this color here in Sarasota. So I grabbed it. I thought, how bad could this be? Look at that cap. Now, a cap may be a cap to people who don't work with aerosols, but when you're used to working with aerosols, you look at this and go, all right, it's not what I'm used to. It doesn't hold, on regular caps, there's a position. You can feel where your finger goes to point the nozzle. On this, there's an arrow there, but it's hard to feel. It's very hard to feel, and the paint won't necessarily come out in that direction anyway, and that's what happened on this canvas. I had my stencils up, I put them down, I spray, I swear I've got the nozzle straight, and all of a sudden I got paint going this way and paint going that way, and then it's up in the face and it's down here, it's everywhere but in the stencil, or it's just like shooting off the stencil. So this turned into a ridiculous mess of teal, Krylon teal. I will never buy Krylon again. I don't recommend it. It's really not made for people who spray paint, do artwork with using spray paints or aerosols. So that sent me into a tizzy, because now I've got this design that I worked on for 2 days and it's trash. So I started another canvas that I've just gessoed over. I'm a pretty spontaneous painter. Whoop. Yeah, that's, you can see where the Krylon hit the wall. It was so far off. The nozzle is so bad. So I'm a pretty spontaneous painter. When I feel the figure, when I feel the intent, when I can automatically feel the direction I'm going in, or most of the direction I'm going in. And it's boopity boopity boop. It's just going through the steps. And they're not always easy. The figure doesn't always come out right. I'm constantly having to reevaluate and reconfigure and redevelop and, find where everything's supposed to be positioned, but I can feel it. I know it's coming. And right now on this, I feel like the wind has been taken out of my sails. And I mention this because we've all been there. We've all been there. And when you take commissions sometimes, when you take commissions, which I've done for a long time and I really don't like doing anymore, for various reasons, there's a certain amount of acquiescing that you have to do. And you just kind of adjust to it, you get used to it, and you figure out, you'll find your way. And then there's times where I am right now, where I go, I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't get the paint that I need. The paint that I need is an hour and a half away. If I'm to order it online, it's going to take 2 weeks to get here. We have a deadline on getting the submission in because they've got a start date, a couple of different dates they need this to start. So what do I do? What do I do? And it's not just the paint. It's now the reference material. In the reference material, there are 2 figures. They're grainy. They're very difficult to see. I've managed to work my way around and find clues into the figures and into the faces a couple of times now. Did the original painting, good, okay. Transferred that image to 2 larger canvases, okay. Almost got it done, and I was contacted and they said take one of the figures out. So now I've got a grainy photograph with 2 figures in it. The main figure is literally leaning on the second figure. They're in a mild embrace. This is one of those things where I'm stymied at this point, and we've all been here. My neighbor said to me yesterday, don't even think about it for a couple of days. Just go take a walk away from it. But I've been working on this for 2 weeks solid. And I don't want to lose more time. So what do we do? What do we do? Normally I tell you just keep going, keep going. But I can't even figure out which direction to go in now. When I did these 2 paintings, the Krylon went bananas on one canvas. I moved to the second canvas, and on each of them I decided, instead of doing the lone figure, which we're not even, because the reference material doesn't allow me to use her as reference, I was going to use a photograph of Zora Neale Hurston to fill in and kind of fill in the blanks there. But this lone figure all by herself was just not going to work. It's not going to have the impact. So I thought, okay, we'll just do the face. We'll do the face, and then we'll do the detail around it. Well, I ended up with two cartoonish images of this woman, and that's what we don't want. We want to feel she's being respected. I have no idea what to do. I have no helpful hints here. I don't even know at this point. don't even know. So, I don't know. Some days you just get to sit and stare at the canvas. Literally, that's all you can do is sit and stare at the canvas and wait for something to strike you. But I've just been working at it and working at it, and I'm feeling totally drained and just stymied. Just stymied. I don't know. I'm Beck Lane. This is Catalyst and Company. We've all been there. We've all been there. Right now, you know this feeling where when you're at a job and your boss says, you're doing okay, but can you do your job like this other person, but don't do it like them. Do it like you, but don't do it like you. Do it like them, but don't do the thing they're doing. Do something else that I haven't told you to do, but don't do that. Do this other thing that you don't even know I want you to do, and not that. But don't be so you, but be you. But don't be somebody else, but be that other person. And you feel like you just go, I have no idea what's going on, and I don't know which direction to go in, and I'm very confused. I'm just confused. I'm Beck Lane. This is Catalyst and Company. And there, if you'd like to help support my confusion, which a number of people have, so I feel incredibly obligated to get through this. Just try and figure this out out of respect for their support. If you'd like to help, if you'd like to help support Catalyst and Company, all the links are down below. All right, Carrie, I'm just gonna stare at the canvas for a while. See what my head does. Right now it's like a blender. All right, ciao. Ciao. Boink.